All right, my first serious tournament game in a while. We're playing Wavey for the first round of Triad Wars 15. I wasn't feeling at all nervous, and now it's all hitting. Um, okay, our chosen hand is this one at the bottom. The rule set is must use 2 level 8s, 2 level 9s, and 1 level 10. No cards with A's, no semis. The 8 9 8s seem really powerful to me, like just a lot of raw power. I like 8 7 6 5s. I'm not really trying to fit my 8 7 6 5s to recapture my 9 8 8s, and maybe I should, but I just think these are two cards that are at least one of them is going to play really well no matter how the game plays out. And shuyin both kind of balances the weaknesses on my 9 8 8s and is a very powerful card in itself. So that's what I went with. It's my hand. I don't have a backup hand made today. Not sure how many games we're playing. Obviously, if we someone wins the first game, then that means we play one game. But if not, not sure. Sorry, just telling people I'm disappearing because I, have my game to play. Um, yeah, what else is there to say? Just watched Metis play Frodo. Those were pretty interesting games. And Frodo played very combatively, which was interesting to see, and I think held up really well. I was pretty impressed. Wavy, I think, has a really also combative style. Really likes playing on diagonals. I've gotten in serious trouble in tournament games against him before. We played in Clan League in 2022, and I believe I was lost, but he didn't convert. But that is to say, he played. I thought I should be better out of the first couple moves. I evaluated it as I'm going to have some advantage. But after the L was set up, Deli was saying, this just looks really bad for me the whole way. Or it wasn't quite an L. After there were cards in 6, 8, and 9, I thought I should be favored either with moves in 7 or 3 or something. I thought I had nice setups coming. And I picked the wrong one. There were a few options, and most of them were fine. But I picked the wrong one and got in serious trouble. And as I said, I think I was lost. And just. Then he picked the wrong card for the key square, and I was able to survive. Of course, being lost with 5 moves left, you're not going to lose every time against most players. But this is to say, I think Wavy is dangerous, and I think Wavy plays a style that will create chances both ways. Now, in general, I tend to try to minimize risk and play a style that kind of lowers chances both ways, right? In a kind of, let's say by default, like against a normal opponent, obviously I'm very good. Say I'm like 40% to win and 20% to lose or whatever. If I can lower that to 20% to win and 0% to lose, I will eventually win, right? And that kind of goal is very relevant to my tournament playing strategies. Given that my actual tournament win rate is around 80%, give or take, usually take, but occasionally give, it means I'm more lowering it, and I don't know what my tie rate is. All right, we have first turn. He's gone 8 7 6 5s and 9 8 6s. An interesting choice, not one I was assuming he would use. If we think about, all right, he doesn't have immediate coverage of 9 2 8 9 and 9, so we're going to have to check that pretty carefully. He also sort of has a right weakness. He doesn't have immediate coverage of 1 8 9 8 and 3 either. Yeah, he has this 8 and 7 to the right, but his 9s go up, down. All right, I'm getting messages. Gotta ignore this. No, we have to think. We cannot pay attention to messages. No one contact me. All right, 9, 2, 8, 9 in 9. Do they have a setup in 5? The harder card for them to set up, square for them to set up is an 8. Their top card cannot be set up in 8 from 5, because we're looking for double setups. Their second card cannot be set up, their third card cannot be set up, their fourth card cannot. Alright, none of their cards can be set up against 9, 2, 8, 9. What about 1, 8, 9, 8? 1, 8, 9, 8 in 3. The harder square for them to set up is 2. Their top card cannot. Their second card cannot. Their third card can. Their fourth card can the same way. They need a 6 facing up, and their fifth card needs a 6 facing up. So the only setup for 2 is Shiva in 5, which does not set up in 6. So we have 2 moves that are very difficult for them to set up against. However, I think we should have a preference for one of them. My instinct is 9, 2, 8, 9, and 7. And the reason that's my instinct is because, gonna reload just to make sure I don't have, weird time issues. The reason for that instinct is both my other 9, 8, 8s will face the action. Their weakness will be away from the action. Well, if I use 1, 8, 9, 8, and 3, 9, 2, 8, 9 has a weakness facing towards the action. I also am thinking my 8, 7, 6, 5s might play a little better in the resulting lines. So I'm thinking shuyin in 9, but I'm not sure I should discard 3. The extra 9 is pretty powerful to hold on to. I like the idea of using a lower level card if I can. If I can. I wonder if they have something like Ifrit in 1 against 3, where 7, 8, 5, 6 is some pretty nice squares. Yeah, it seems less comfortable for them to set up against 9 than 3. Just double checking that they don't have setups. Yeah. I think this is the card that is harder for them to kind of get any piece of, and I feel like their directions line up worse. For instance, if we went 3, I'm not entirely sure because I don't think looking for specific lines is necessarily going to be super helpful there. But if we go 3 and they go Ifrit 1, they set up 7, 8, 5, 6 for both 2 and 4. And if we go in 2, 7, 8, 5, 6, and 4 guarantees that 9, 3, 6, 8 threatens anything in 2. Now, maybe that's the wrong way of thinking, because I can't have a 9 down there, and 9, 3, 6, 8 kind of needs a 9 or 7 down to be able to retake 4. Maybe there's ideas there. But this, for instance, 8, 9, 8, 2, and 7 might be really good, depending on what other numbers are facing out. But this felt stabler to me. I'm not quite sure how to identify that. In general, I think first turn, you're going to see some chunks of the game and not others, and you want to kind of figure out what poses the most problems. And if they can't take, and you don't see ways for them to start creating synergy, if that you start seeing ways for them to create synergy, they may or may not play that specific synergy, but the tools are there. And so it's nice to play the move that makes it harder for them to create those synergies. I think 7 is pretty uncomfortable for them here, but maybe possible. And I think 3 is a disaster. 5, they don't have a good way to interact, I don't think. And if they do something in the distance, I always have 3 as a nice square, and I can start building out and finding ways to use my 8, 7, 6, 5s. One of them is likely to play well, one of them is likely to play badly, and I'm going to try to maximize the one that plays well. So there's a very good chance if they play in the distance. Okay, they didn't. They went in 7. All right, and I do not have captures from 8. So 8's a kind of dead square for me. They have a threat in 8. I should probably block 8. 8's gonna be vulnerable. Maybe I shouldn't block 8. Because if I block 8, they might have Ifrit in 5, which sets them up really nicely in 6. I don't think I'm comfortable there. So another move that comes to mind is 7-8-6-5 in 1. Because 6-5-7-8 has really nice play in both 2 and 4. Now, their 6-7-5-8 also has really nice play in those squares, but I do have last turn. But they can probably just go 4 there. This was a good move. You hate to see it. I could go 3. 3 is safe. 1-8-9-8 and 3 is safe. And if they go 8, I have the combo back in 6. But I don't think that's all that exciting. Yeah, I don't think I believe in that. It's annoying that 8's such a dead square. Okay, one thing about Ifrit in 5 is 1-8-9-8 has combos in both 2 and 4 against that card. So if I block 8, say with 7-8-6-5, and they play Ifrit in 5, not too scared of the Qs, or sorry, the Ls. They play Ifrit in 5. Maybe I play in 6 with 8-9-8-2 and trust 1-8-9-8 to sweep the endgame. I said 8-9-8-2 and 6. They probably have to go 4. I go safely in 3. I'm down 6-4. 1-8-9-8 does not quite sweep that endgame, though it is close. It is close. That requires some precision from them. I think I will go in 8. I think I'm going to play 7-8-6-5 and 8. I am worried about 5, but I don't think I lose to 5 ever. And I think 7-8-6-5 is the card I want out of my hand. There's a case for 6-5-7-8, but I don't think a very good one. I can also, after 4, think about going in 1 with 6-5-7-8. 1-8-9-8 might sweep better in those lines, but I think they just take it and I don't combo back anyway. So I think they may have set up 2-6-9-8 to be a good move here in 5, if we're at 5. I played a game against Ray where the game, not the game I lost, but the first game in our recent chat tournament, where I underestimated the value of an L, right? I thought safety is good, and I didn't think it was that useful for them here. I may have done so again. I still think my starter was probably the better of the 2 starters, but I think he's done a good job neutralizing my advantage. I wanted to keep 6-5-7-8, so if he goes 4, I have that for 5. If wanted. But I think he probably actually has a whole bunch of ties here. I think he did a really nice job of saying, you're dead in 8. I have real threats in 8. And I could have gone 1 or 3, but I really, they didn't appeal to me. And I didn't think 5 worked either. And I didn't have like 4 cleverly forcing the action, where like they go 8, I combo back. None of that type of idea worked. So I think he played a great move, honestly. Uh, One that did a really good job of neutralizing my advantages. Now, the type of 8-7-6-5s I've chosen, having them be 7-8-6-5 rather than like 7-8-5-6, is actually sort of designed to play against this kind of move because it means I have more 1 gaps covered up, down, or side to side. I just happen to have them up, down, and this turned out to be a side to side one, giving me a dead square. But the way I made this hand, one of the ideas was I'd have more play against moves like this. And so this suggests to me, I think I did a good job on the hand. It just didn't line up so well here. Which is to say, Wavey made a really good move. Hopefully he follows it up with a really bad one. Because I don't want to play too many games. But Wavey is tricky. Wavey will always find dynamics. Okay. He goes in 4. All right. 6-5-7-8-5 is the obvious move to do. Going up 6-4. Their obvious replies are in 1 and 6. If they go in 6, they make it 5-5. I can then go 8-9-8-2 and 1, and 1-8-9-8 will be a sufficient sweeper, even though they can capture 1. Okay. So if I go 5, he is intending to go 1 with either Ifrit or 8-6-9-6, making it 5-5. And the point is, if I play 1-8-9-8 and 2, he has the combo back. And I think this is just ties. I play 8-9-8-2 and 6. He goes 2. Yeah, ties. I could also play 8-9-8-2 and 5. That's a kind of bad card in my hand, but it does give up a combo in 6. So how to use 8-9-8-2 in a way that doesn't walk me into trouble later? I'd like to put it in 2, but I don't think I can. I'd like to put it in 6, but it gives them 5. All right, what if I go 1? I take safety in 1. I think they play Ifrit 5. They go up 6-4. And I don't have it. And they threaten 6 there. I go 6, they go 5, they're up 7-3. But, okay, 8-9-8-2 and 6. They go something in 5. They're up 7-3. I go 6-5-7-8 in 3. It's 6-4, and 1-8-9-8 sweeps them. 1-8-9-8 sweeps them. and they can't possibly have a capture on 6, 5, 7, 8, and 3. So 8, 9, 8, 2, 6. Looks promising. Think I like it. 8, 9, 8, 2, 6. 7, 3, 6, 4. I have the sweeper. The 9 up really helps my 1, 8, 9, 8 sweep. Yeah, I think this is our move. The key is get 8, 9, 8, 2 out of my hand in a useful way. 6 threatens to go 5. They might have 6, 7, 5, 8 in 1. I'm never losing there, and I think I still win. I think this is a good move. I think this is a very good move. I need my remaining cards to sweep. I'm playing to my 1, 8, 9, 8. I need 1, 8, 9, 8 to dominate here. Also, if I win this game, I will be very pleased with it. My hand obviously lined up really well against his, but I thought he made a fantastic. Did I forget to wish him best of luck? I did. All right, well, that'll happen elsewhere. Because I thought he made a fantastic move in 7 that did a huge amount to neutralize my play. And his move in 4 was very logical and well designed to meet 5. So if I pull out a win here, I'm always proudest of wins when I think my opponent played very logical good moves. And I think this game my opponent played very logical good moves. I'm also least feel bad about losing when I made logical moves. So I felt bad my most recent tournament when I lost chat tournament 4D to Reye, but when my new scoring system, which we will be talking about soon, said that I basically played the game at a very high level, just happened to be a very high level that lost, that made me feel a lot better about losing it, right? Um, there's also 2. I didn't consider 2. If I happened to be like lost to 2, totally missed it. But I don't think I can be, right? If they go 2, I play 6, 5, 7, 8 in 5. And unless I accidentally flip 2, which I don't, I can't lose. Possible 2 holes, though. That would be rather unpleasant. Yeah, 6, 7, 5, 8, and 2. Does it do anything? I just go 5, right? Okay, what am I doing? I'm seeing ghosts. But honestly, I really like how Wavey played this game. And I mean, I tend to try to be kind about opponents' play. But this is one where I don't have to at all. Like, I think 7 was a just tremendous move and really mitigated what I wanted to do. And I think 4 looked incredibly reasonable. It got a card out of his hand he doesn't want. It countered 5 really well. It gave him threats in 5 that were really strong against 1. It's the kind of move you make, and you can easily be pressing for the win. Okay. So I now have 3, and I'm down 6-4, but same as on. I do sweep the endgame here. Just double checking. Because don't want to blow something really stupid here, but I think this was a really good win for me because my opponent played very well. And I got quite lucky that the numbers worked out as well as they did. Their hand really had a big disadvantage here. I'm gonna start typing in the game. Didn't type it in yet. What's up? First Wavey, 92899. Because his hand really was in trouble from the start. And he did such a good job mitigating it with the move in in 7. Tremendous move. Just too big a weakness. And this is probably Wavey's weakness, is in general really good play, doesn't build tournament hands, you know? Yeah. All right. That's all, I guess.